All right, anything from the board?
Apartment number H3M, I went into the office and I gave them a work order. Henry refused to acknowledge that he got a copy of it. The man has had leaks and mold problems since Wilma. My question is, what have we done? Because all it's going to do is we're going to generate another lawsuit. Also, as my son David stated, Jane Sire, who lives in M2J, what are we doing about her unit, which has mold, and as we all know, she's very sick partially because of that. All we're doing is inviting another lawsuit.
I've been here a total of a month and a half. You have 11 buildings here. Your office was a mess. We spent hundreds of man-hours trying to straighten that mess out. We're trying to get a hold on our security systems, okay? And I'm one person. If you had competent maintenance staff here and a competent chief engineer running your maintenance department, half of this mess wouldn't be here. It's unfortunate that I take this viewpoint, but it is what it is. I can take any layperson here right now up on the roof of this building and show you cracks and gaps that could be filled by our people, and it's been neglected. Okay? I can only do so much within so much time. I'm trying my best.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead.
In my career, I've done a lot of motion time studies, and I have watched Henry Harvey, and I've clocked him, and we're paying him $80,000 plus free medical, and I give you my word that we're losing over an hour a day on smoke breaks with him in the office. So maybe if you'd stop smoking, you might have more time to generate some...
And if you would have done your work as treasurer in the first 7 weeks of this, since you were treasurer, we wouldn't be in the problem we are now.
No, I don't. Mr. Wolf, in response to your comment, give me 1 second, Terry. Give me 1 second, okay?
Oh no.
Very simply put, I'm here from between 8 and 8:30 in the morning till 7, 8, or probably tonight even maybe around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't come in here asking for overtime, okay? I put in a lot of hours here, and you're begrudging me 30 minutes a day for a smoke? I don't care what you think your studies are. It's 3 minutes to a cigarette. That's the national averages.
You're out there talking and walking.
Ah! But since you brought that up, what am I doing when I'm talking, and who am I talking with? I'm talking with homeowners. There's been a couple of people who brought that up here tonight. I talk to vendors as I'm walking through the property. So I believe the term is multitasking. Thank you, sir.
I communicate with Henry Harvey by email at night, on the weekends, on Saturdays, Sundays, and I get the substantive responses. As far as I'm concerned, when I get an idea for something, I shoot it to him, I get an answer, he gives me reports. So he is working virtually 7 days a week. If he takes a break like that, he shouldn't be criticized for that.
Kim? Well, I appreciate your work, Henry, and thank you for all the hours you put in. I just want to know, is our maintenance staff being supervised now, finally? Is the supervisor being supervised?
Unfortunately, I'm a little bit embarrassed, but I'm his supervisor, and I have not had time as of yet, okay? However, if you'll hold your questions until we get to the latter portion of my manager's report, I think I'll be able to answer that for you a little bit better.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, where were we?
Item 8, roll call.
Henry, you're going to go to the next part of your statement?
No, we got to vote on this
Vote on
one.
8.
I need 50 grand.
Okay, let's call a roll, please.
Item number 8, Muriel Ash.
Yes.
Doug Myers,
Yes.
Nicholas Bonder,
Yes.
Terry Torsini,
Yes.
Stuart Wolf,
Yes.
oh my gosh, Mark Jones,
Yes.
Michelle,
I was gonna say no, just to be the obstinate one here, but yes.
all right, Ed Kaufman,
Yes.
Scott Samuels,
Yes.
your motion passes.
Unanimous on that one.
My God, should we?
Henry?
What's the next one? We got an engineer,
Okay.
50,000. We got that?
Part of the maintenance on a property is looking for alternative ways of saving money. Some of those ways are water conservation, lighting conservation, and developing a building-specific checklist for preventive maintenance throughout the community. Now, this is on a building-by-building, locale-by-locale. One of the other ways of saving a few dollars, and it's not necessarily saving the dollars, but it's getting better service for the dollar. I've received bids from various landscapers for enhanced landscape maintenance. The basic contract that we've been using does not include fertilizer, certain trimmings, pest control, some other things, nor does it include your annual tree trimming for your hurricane cuts. As such, I would like to recommend Lawn Logic as our new contractor. Their price is only a few $1,000s. I think it's only about $1,400 lower than our present contractor. However, the services are substantially greater. I have given our present contractor the opportunity to bid on the same specifications. They've come in at over $100,000, including the tree trimming. And I've actually gotten 3 bids, although it's not required. So I'm requesting that the board consider hiring Lawn Logic as our new contractor to conduct our regular mowings and the tree trimming. If I can, Scott, I'd just like to finish up real quick. That's the last on my item. Later this month, I'll be inspecting all of the buildings from the roof down, full perimeters. From this inspection, I will be generating a PM worksheet for each building, which will be followed monthly by our maintenance staff. After the building inspections, I will be doing a property sector. I'll divide the community into different sectors for landscape, lighting, drainage, fences, fencing, gaps in our fence where people like to come through. Each sector will have a form for the general repairs and services required for that area. Last but not least, the clubhouse will also have a form generated for all the rooms, bathrooms, pools, and equipment. We will also have to address the clubhouse roof in 2 areas. One is the broken slab of the subdeck, and the other is the roof itself. This roof has deteriorated well beyond its lifespan, has had no preventive maintenance whatsoever. There are large cracks in the borders, shingles are falling off, and there are a large number of other problems with it. In summation, we are in the process of getting some of the major problems repaired, gaining control of the community, and starting on the rebuilding of the community itself. Thank you.
Okay, Henry's got his hands in everything, and he's hitting a lot of different items all at one time. He's really come down. We're all trying to help him. Most of us are trying to help him. He's come up with a lot of good ideas, and he's the guy we've been looking for to run this community. Should have been here years ago. Agenda item number 10 is...
Wait. I make a motion to hire a full...
Wait.
We have to vote on that.
Yeah, okay, let me call the agenda item. You can do it then. He just explained, agenda item number 10, hire a full-service landscape contractor. He just explained about hiring a full-service landscape contractor, and I'll take a motion, Terry.
I make a motion to hire a full-service landscape contractor will provide full landscaping care, landscape pest control, and tree trimming for approximately $67,000 per year as per the attached proposal.
Who seconds?
I second the motion.
Muriel Ash, okay. Unit owners now can talk on the full-service landscape contractor who's going to do, as I understand it, pest control, tree trimming, and there's a proposal here which is very comprehensive, and it's the cheapest price that we could get. I think, Henry, we have 30 days cancellation on anybody. Okay, unit owners,
Yes, I'd very much like to have the motion to include the name of the contractor that you're contemplating hiring. And also, in the proposal, is it now going to include fertilizer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Because I was concerned about that.
Not just including the fertilizer, but specific fertilizer. There's fertilizer for turf, fertilizer for shrubs, and fertilizers for trees and
Because I was
palms.
concerned about the fact that we needed fertilizing and it was not being provided.
Times a year, included in the price.
okay, Henry, do you think he can clean up those leaves that Marcy was complaining about at the Heidelberg?
That'll all
Horrible,
be
horrible.
before and after. And garbage
Horrible.
pit.
I think if we get some good fertilizer in those leaves, might last a little longer. Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, just a
We
couple
need our
quick
guys to
things.
do that, no?
You say pest control, you're talking about
Keep our guys-
vegetation pests,
Yeah.
not
Correct.
four-legged.
Yeah.
Correct.
The other thing too, I'd like to make a
Four-legged.
suggestion to you, with this new company, we're getting a lot of damage from the weed whackers, because they don't have guards on them, and they're
They
ringing the
don't
trees.
weed whack beds or
Okay.
trees. They
They're gonna
blade
use-
edge.
Okay, because they're going around the trees and they're hurting the
I
trees
know,
big time.
they're slicing them up really bad.
Yeah, we lost probably 6 of them behind the 2 buildings along the lake there. They just ring them with those weed whackers.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
This might have been answered earlier, but I didn't quite understand it. What about termite control? Will that be included under pest control?
That's
No, no,
No,
this is
for
only for
outside.
lawn and shrubs and greenery. This has nothing to do with pest control.
Well, because the motion was to conclude,
no termites, no
No,
underground
this-
termites,
As it
subterranean.
relates to your landscape.
Yeah, they're different insects with the landscaping that you do.
okay, I'm sorry, I'm not familiar
No, no, that's fine.
with the legal terminology with what termites are called and bugs and everything else. So I was just clarifying for a moment. Sure.
Okay, board, Mark,
I would just say that you said it was a $1,400 reduction from our current contract?
It's about $1,400 savings.
Okay. I would just recommend that you document the 1,400, and then since you said that you added that scope to all the bids, and the lowest scope, lowest bid you got was 100,000, that you also document a $30,000 cost avoidance, and add that to your tally.
Already? Thank you.
okay, that's it? No more? Call the roll, please.
Item number 10, Muriel Ash.
Yes.
Doug Myers.
Yes.
Nicholas Bandar.
Yes.
Terry Tosini.
Yes.
Stuart Wolf.
Yes.
Art Jones.
Yes.
Michelle Tracidi.
Yes.
Ed Kaufman.
Yes.
Scott Samuel.
Yes.
Passes unanimously.
Motion's carried unanimously. Number 11 is the last one on the agenda. To approve the board delinquency action program. We did not find a definitive delinquency action program, a process by which all delinquencies would be handled and given to the attorney in a certain way and process. We found a lot of communications from the collection attorney to the board for action that was never taken. If dozens and dozens of requests for delinquents for further action, second request, third request, fourth request, am I correct? Right, Liz?
Yes, sir.
And this delay hurt us because we dropped the ball on the collection process, not today, but going back a couple of years. Now we want to do this. Very simple. We want to vote for the new management company is going to send out a 10-day letter to the 15-day letter. Is it a 15-day letter?
Yeah, 10, 15.
15-day letter, which after on the 15th of a month, if the money is not paid, the letter will go out from the financial management company to the unit owner who didn't pay that month. On the 30th of the month, another letter would go out if that money is not received. On the 45th of the month, the
40th.
45th day after the first of the previous month, the middle of the next month, I'm sorry, the board will not require any action because the financial management will on the 45th day send it to the attorney for full response. It's not going to languish here. There is a window of opportunity between the 30th day and the 45th day where the unit owners who are delinquent, who have received 2 letters, can come to the board and sit down with Henry or board members who are responsible for this and try to mitigate it and prevent their unit from going right to the association attorney, which will cause them late fees, cause them legal fees, but the board is not going to stop any process if somebody doesn't pay in 45 days and doesn't come to the office to make a stipulation. This is what we're voting on right now. Am I correct with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this will, in the long run, this will reduce delinquencies. We've posted this notice throughout the village. It will be posted again in English and Spanish and will be mailed to all the unit owners, advising them this is it. We're not going to wait another day past 45 days to put them for collection, and we're going to give the attorney authority to proceed to foreclosure. We're going to take other actions which involve taking title and getting squatters out of there, or collecting money from the tenants, which is in our documents. So this is what we're in the process of doing. It's a big job. I'll now take a motion.
We also have to remember that we can take their deposits that they make.
Well, we should do that on the 45th day.
Yes.
We can also
Now, somebody has 3 months deposit, like Frank Mazzio said, and we can take that 3 months deposit and take it and put it into the account. I don't believe this has ever been done. So,
Yes, it was.
well, we don't know. I don't see records.
It was today.
So,
She did it today.
It was done today.
we'll take, okay, I'll take a motion now. Take a motion for this proactive position to establish a delinquency action program. Who's going to make the motion?
I'll make a motion for International Village to adapt the delinquency action program as attached as guideline to how all delinquencies will be handled from this point forward.
Okay, who seconds?
I second the motion.
Okay, Muriel? Okay, any comments from the unit owners on the delinquencies for 15, 30, 45 days, bang?
That's fine, but if I recall correctly, at one time we voted that the association can collect the maintenance from the tenants.
Correct.
Well, have you tried that?
Well,
Yes.
we are trying to find out who the tenants are and who's here legally and illegally. We're not up to that yet. We're still filing records. We're still doing files.
As we identify a renter, a bona fide renter, we go after it. That's within our documents. We have the right, we give them a letter, and we tell them, now, don't send your payments to the owner, you send it to us. Period.
That's what I thought you were supposedly doing.
We are.
Now we're starting to
It's a
do
slow,
it.
gradual process.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to do that.
Just today, we have garnished 2 different units for rent, and we have also garnished security deposits. The letters have gone out. We're going to continue every day until we get these units current. Our collection specialist, Ms. Popejoy, will be working with owners who have smaller balances to get them on a payment program. We're doing everything we can to generate money for this association. So if
I will tell you that apartment 2F in the Grenoble, I personally went to the office and told them that this apartment he owed at that time $9,000, and he has a renter there. She is paying him.
tomorrow I'll do the research, if that is in fact true, the garnishment letter will be hand-delivered to the door.
She's moving now. But
That's even better.
Well, last Friday, somebody moved into the Grenoble building on the first
I
floor.
don't know why you haven't been collecting for her.
Well, ma'am, you have to understand, as Mr. Harvey explained to you, these first few weeks in your association, these problems did not occur in the last 3 weeks. These problems have started through Continental, continued through KW.
When I got the list of delinquents.
We're dealing with it now.
My pastor.
Exactly, we're dealing with it now.
I was on the finance committee.
We can talk about the past all day long.
Right. Last week, we had someone that was found to be, had moved into the Grenoble building on the first floor. It was brought to our attention because all of a sudden we saw solar lights being installed in the backyard. I called our director of security. I asked him to walk over to the building and check it out. The young lady came back to the office. She had no documentation, no lease, no pass. My first question is, how is she getting into the community? And second and most important, we have turned her around. She's making application the right way. She knows she has to surrender the rent.
She's gonna pay us.
Absolutely she is.
They owe $5,000.
Okay, anything
Excellent.
more?
Good job.
That's it, any unit of this conversation here, Stuart? I mean, you're not a unit owner?
But I'm not, I talk as a board member. You understand
It's
that?
time-
You're limited intelligently.
Yeah, right.
100%.
Yeah,
But
100%.
if you want me to talk now, I got a couple things
You
to
can
say.
say, no, you're only gonna talk on the delinquency action.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, good. Just the agenda item, please.
That's exactly correct. Okay, the agenda item is fine, I'm for it. However, I have to ask the board, who I've written to, that probably, and Henry was there,